I'm thrilled to have founder of GOODr, Jasmine Crowe, with us this morning. You have been busy. Jasmine, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm doing very well. All right, we have a lot to cover today because you have been getting a lot done. Let's start with fundraising. You have hit a major goal that's going to have some significant impacts all around the city.
We have finally raised our Series A of fundraising, which is a true feat. You know, this market is really crazy right now. We're seeing inflation, rising interest rates. And so it was a really trying time to go out and try and raise additional capital, ultimately to hire more people. And we have just completed that, and we're very excited.
And when you talk about a lot of capital, put a number on it because I think it'll blow most people away.
Yeah, we have raised $8 million. And we're excited about that. I think Atlanta is starting to see its boom in the startup phase. You have a lot of unicorns here. And by unicorns, I mean companies that are worth billions of dollars or that have sold for billions of dollars. So companies like MailChimp or Calendly. And now GOODr is part of that. And it's special. We're going to be the next success story out of Atlanta.
You talked about job creation. Talk more about that. That's an important component here.
Excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be hiring about 35 people over the next year. We just opened our new office space in West Midtown. And so we're right off of Marietta Street, not too far from Georgia Tech, not too far from the AUC or the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And we are going to grow that office out to be a team of about 50. And that's just so special to me, Cheryl, because I am a solo founder. What that means is I started the company by myself, a team of one. So 5 years ago, it was really just Jasmine. So to know that I'll be walking into an office with 50 other full-time employees in the next few months it's just a dream come true for the culture that we're building and the work that we're doing, not only in Atlanta, but really all around the country.
The growth is amazing and the impact is significant too. You know, you talked about inflation. People are spending more money just to fill up on gas and to go to the grocery store. And you have had this mission to make sure people have the food they need. Can you talk a little bit about this moment in time that we're in, how big the need is, how much it's growing, and what it's going to take to meet it?
The need is critical, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. One thing that recently happened is that the pandemic increase in food stamp benefits ended. So that ended at the end of May. So June really was the first time it started to hit families. And we started to see just tons of emails coming in. You know, my additional food stamps have ended. This is really putting a big damper in my life right now, specifically for senior citizens, is where we're getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of outreach, and things are more expensive. You know, one senior said to me, I remember when I could get a dozen eggs for 50 cents and now they're $2. And she also pointed out the fact that milk is now $5 a gallon and it used to be $2 a gallon. So just the increase in cost of goods, where for seniors, they didn't get an increase in their Social Security benefits, their disability, their retirement pensions. Those things really remain the same, but the cost of everything have gone up, and it's tough. And so it's going to take everybody, you know, what we're doing at GOODr, what the Atlanta Community Food Bank is doing to really fill this meal gap. And it's about almost 300 million meals in the city of Atlanta alone that we're going to be short. So people are going to be skipping breakfast and skipping lunch and just having dinner. And it's unfortunate that we have to do that in a world where still so much food goes to waste. And so on one hand, we're working really hard on our hunger relief services to get as much food delivered directly into the hands of people. On the other hand, we're working equally as hard on our food waste service. We're working with customers like the Atlanta airport, like Microsoft. We're recovering all their excess food every single night and getting it to our nonprofit organization partners that continue to feed people in need. So it's a big job and we're really honored to do it, but we know our work is cut out for us.
When the need is that big, the solutions have to be big too. I love the unique ways you're trying to find food that already exists and just get it to the places where people need it the most. It's like really looking at the problem in a different way and refusing to say there's not an answer.
Exactly. There is an answer. There is food going to waste. And we're now getting to a point where more companies are caring about their carbon footprint. They want to be more sustainable. Project Drawdown, of which I sit on the board of Drawdown Georgia here in the state, we have stated that food waste is the number one thing that we can do as a country to combat global climate change. And so now I think people are really listening. When I was starting this 5 years ago, I don't think people thought this was a big deal. And now it really is. So it's a good time to be doing GOODr.
Talk about the GOODr Summer Internship Program and the connection to historically Black colleges and universities too.
Oh, I'm so excited about that program. I myself am an HBCU alumna, and I never had a paid internship in college. And I just thought, if I have an opportunity to do an internship program, I'm going to do it. And I had a great conversation with a company called Volt Energy that is out of Washington, D.C. And they said, hey, we would love to fund an HBCU summer intern for you at GOODr. And I was like, I want to do that as well. So I matched, they funded one, I funded three. And so now we have 4 HBCU summer interns, 1 from Clark, 2 from Morehouse College, and then we also have 1 from Howard University in Washington, D.C., and they're all with us this summer in Atlanta, interning across business development, sustainability, product, as well as engineering. So it's exciting, and they're such great people, and they bring great ideas, and it's just great because they're young, and I'm like, this is the future. They're 20 and 21, and they're already bringing these amazing thought leadership ideas to us, and it's phenomenal.
I love it. As you were talking, I was thinking that same thing. It's like that next generation to keep that momentum going towards a big vision for big solutions and making a big difference. And
they've been also teaching us how to use TikTok, which is fun. Now I really see the generation gap here. So they're really ahead of the curve.
Listen, if they teach you, will you teach me?
I'll teach. I'm still at this stage 1 in learning, but it's going to be great, and I'll definitely teach you once I learn.
Thank you. I love following you on Instagram. You're just an incredible person. Thanks for all the good you're doing through GOODr, not just in Metro Atlanta, but all around the country. I know you're a speaker, an author, a great mom, the busiest woman I think I've ever met in my life. So appreciate you taking time, Jasmine. It's always so good to catch up.
Thank you again, Cheryl. I really appreciate your support.